see it and you don't like it, then you don't like it. If you go see it and you like it, awesome. But again, when it comes to critics, yes, we can be very critical, but in the same rate, we would never say don't do something because we said so.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, Street Fighter, horrible movie, but then there's some of us that love it.
Exactly.
I know there's people there's people that don't like the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
There are. But again, it's like, yes, in this show, as we talk about the nerd news, yes, we could be critical in a funny ha-ha way.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, if you guys listen to us when it comes to these things, we obviously go see things or read things or do it for yourself and you be the judge.
You might like it. There's people out there that didn't like Logan. I know there's people out there that did not like Logan.
Mm-hmm. There are people out there that didn't like Deadpool.
Yeah. It happens.
But as far as this movie goes, look, I got blasted on social media for this via comments. This is why I don't like being social anymore. It's not that I personally do not like Tom Cruise. Okay, so I was not interested in this movie. What got me interested is the plot and where they're going to further take this movie.
Exactly.
So I can go watch this and still hate Tom Cruise, and that's okay. But the big problem with it right now is we have a whole new generation of people watching movies. And that new generation could give a flying fuck about Tom Cruise.
Exactly.
So quite possibly having him in the lead for this movie was a bad decision. Just as bad as honestly putting Brendan Fraser in the first Mummies. Because you're relying it solely on the star power of Tom Cruise, but his star power only rests in us, the 30-somethings and higher now.
Which is kind of like, it harkens back to what we were saying last week about them potentially casting Angelina Jolie for Bride of Frankenstein and The Rock for The Wolfman.
Yes.
And we were like, no. Like, no.
Yes. I mean, again, I think the studio made a bad decision with putting Tom Cruise in it. Because again,
but I think he's financially backing this.
Yeah, more than likely, he's taking all that Scientology money and putting it into things. Because if it wasn't for his own money, how much would he really be in?
It's his production company as well, I believe.
Again, without his own production company, how many things would he really be in right now? But again, the only people that give a shit about Tom Cruise and who he is and who he was are 30 and up.
Yeah.
30 and below, they want new faces. They want these new actors that are out. They want to see unknowns. Because, again, maybe, perhaps without even the mention of Tom Cruise, if someone just sat there and told this person the plot, they'd get hyped for it and want to go see it.
I mean, for instance, like they said, when they announced Johnny Depp for The Invisible Man, as much as people love Johnny Depp, I know a lot of people were like, okay, I'm kind of tired of Johnny Depp.
I'm tired of Johnny Depp in these kind of roles.
Exactly. Like, that was the general consensus. It was like, I'm just tired of Johnny Depp now. Like, people are getting tired of him.
Yeah.
And everything like that. So it's like...
Or even when they announced The Rock as possibly in lines for Wolfman, my first reaction was, okay, enough. Enough of The Rock.
Exactly.
I love him. I think he's fucking hysterical. But there comes a point where you're just like, again, you.
Yeah. And again, other than that, it just doesn't fit.
Yes,
but negating that portion, exactly like you said, it's too much now. But the main thing is like now it's just becoming a fear for what they're gonna do if the Dark Universe thing is actually gonna happen now. And I really didn't like that they had put the possibility of Dark Universe happening based on this one film. Okay, so maybe this one film is not gonna be so. Maybe it's not so great. Yeah. Maybe, again. But it launches everything else. But maybe the next one is better.
Yeah.
Whatever the next film that they're planning after that, maybe that one's better.
I mean, and if it's in all honesty to the younger audience or the people that hate Tom Cruise like me, there's that hope that the next one there won't be a shred of him in it. Look forward to that at the very least.
Yeah.
Though I do think it is foolish for the entire company to place the possible future of an entire franchise on one movie's shoulders.
Exactly, and I think that's a bad... I agree with you, it's a bad move.
Because it's not like saying, oh, well, if the first Harry Potter film fails, we can't make the rest. No, you still can. This is the same thing, because there are tie-ins, but it's a universe. It's not like it's a sequel and a sequel and a sequel. It's not like The Mummy this and then The Mummy 2. No, this goes The Mummy and then Frankenstein and then Dracula. These are all separate things. You don't need the first one to pay for the rest.
Yeah, exactly. they're going to pay for themselves.
Yes.
I mean, that's the one thing. These titles, they always make money. And everything like that. Regardless of, the money prices are completely different now, but, they always do make money. Well, fingers crossed we still got our Dark Universe. We have to wait and see. Well, pressing forward with Thursday news, Miss Foxy might be able to chime in on this one and everything like that. For those of you out there, and I'm sure there's probably few and far in between, still playing Pokemon Go, we got some news for you. Pokemon Go is planning for a huge summer, ranging from new live events, finally, because they only announced that, way back when, and everything like that, So, live events, pretty much that are going to be happening all over the world. They also announced things such as a Fire and Ice event. They're going to be doing a complete gym overhaul, rework and overhaul for the game, everything like that. And the most information that they put out was July 22nd for those of you in Chicago, Santiago if you're playing Pokemon Go. July 22nd, Pokemon Go's first event is going to be in Chicago. It's going to be a live event with a lot of themed activities based around the game and everything like that.
Yay!
So it sounds rather interesting. So for those of you that have been off your Pokemon Go or anything like that, get ready for a big summer to maybe dust that app off and get back into it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, as of today, I caught a couple new things and things that haven't been around in a very long time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I caught an all-new thing that just randomly popped up. Friggin' Magnemites were popping up like crazy. I know there's no new event going on just yet.
But they're finally starting to mix it up.
Yes,
finally, yeah.
And that makes me so happy. It makes it worth putting the game back on every day again.
I was just getting upset I can't get a Mr. Mime because now Mr. Mime is only available through a Hatchable because he's on another continent. I want my Mr. Mime. That's all I want is a fucking Mr. Mime. Anyway, for you 90s fans, Jose Nieves, this one's for you, bro. Alright, for you 90s fans, everybody remembers because we spoke about it last week. One of the big art kings of the 90s, of course, was Jim Lee.
Yes.
Jim Lee was so big to the extent that he did his own Marvel trade. They gave him his own Marvel trading card line based on the X-Men universe, which I have all of it still, and everything like that. Well, those artwork from the cards and everything like that have been remastered and everything like that. And they, starting this month, they're going to be used as special edition covers for upcoming comics in Marvel. They're going to include particular characters such as Archangel, Gambit, Cable, Domino, Mr. Sinister, Psylocke, Magneto, as well as Shadowcat.
I've always loved
and
Jim Lee.
Jubilee.
Oh my.
Keep an eye out for that. It's all supposed to be coming out starting this month. And like that. Basically, yeah, they reworked the entire artwork, remastered them, because, we're talking about almost 20 years now. And everything like that. Woof. But yeah,
I know.
I still have that set. It's the artwork on those was absolutely amazing. So definitely check that out. Pressing forward with a little bit of small E3 news. Now here's an interesting thing because I want to clarify this. For the first time ever, as we know, this is also for the wrestling fans out there and everything like that. WWE 2K is always like a thing at E3 and everything like that. Last year they had like a little mini stream and you thought we were gonna get some sort of announcement. It's just a guy doing a mural. Well, this year for the first time ever, there actually is a dedicated 1 hour live stream slot for WWE. Now everybody went nuts and everything like that because oh my god, WWE 2K18 and everything like that. There was a clarification via watch from. It doesn't say WWE 2K18. It doesn't say the game developers or whatever. It's a 1 hour time slot given for live stream that says WWE. So it might. Ooh. So remember, other than the 2K game, they also have their phone app games and everything like that. So yes, I guarantee you we're gonna see stuff on 2K. And everything like that. Oh my god, okay.
I think I know what it is.
Okay, go. Just go.
Live stream of Up, Up, Down, Down.
Oh!
Okay.
Touché.
Why the hell... why
Makes
wouldn't
sense.
they?
Yeah.
It's their most watched spin-off show on their channel.
Yeah.
Makes sense, yeah.
That does make a lot of sense. And not for nothing, if anybody's going to present the 2K game, who better to than them?
Exactly.
Because Xavier Woods is also known to play the game.
Yes.
Even though he's got the in and has all the characters from freaking that thing, but I wonder how he got all the freaking characters. And everything
No,
like
but
that.
it would make sense because, I mean, even if it was a separate 2K thing, EA has the rights to it. EA is going to be the one that showcases it along with all of their sports stuff.
Well, the thing is, they never include... remember, whenever we watch the EA stream, they never include 2K. 2K is always like a little side piece, but they never included it on stage.
They did last year.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
I don't
It was
remember.
brief, but it was done.
Yeah.
I mean...
And for E3, that one will be airing on Thursday, June 15th at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. And it's a 1-hour event, so keep an eye out. Again, that's Thursday, June 15th at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time for a 1-hour time slot. Again, it doesn't say WWE 2K, it says WWE, so definitely stay tuned and check that out. That should be interesting.
I mean, think about it this way. Even if it is up, up, down, down, they might have more than just him, Xavier, there because there are a lot of gamers within WWE.
Oh yeah, because they just finished up their Madden tournament with Seth Rollins and AJ Styles in the finals and everything like that. A lot of the WWE guys that you didn't realize were gamers were on the
Alexa Bliss was just playing at Wizard World.
Alexa Bliss was
Ember Moon would play Mass Effect.
Yep.
Ember Moon was on there. Sasha Banks and Bailey playing Mortal Kombat against each other. He's had Baron Corbin on. They've had Samoa Joe on. Like
Rusev, he's a gamer.
Rusev's huge. For those of you that did not know, Rusev is apparently a huge gamer.
Yes, he is.
So much so that he bitched about a particular game to PS4, and PS4 to apologize sent him a whole new PS4 system and everything like that.
Right.
There's a video of him for Christmas. Lana, because of course you know they were married. Lana got him the whole new system with the VR thing and everything, and he is like that little kid. Yes, yes. That was pretty much Rusev after Lana gave him what she gave him.
There's a lot of potential for whatever that could be.
Yeah, so tune in for that. All right, moving forward with wow, this turned out a little bulkier than I realized it was going to be. Really quick, okay. 2 last tidbits for Friday, and we'll start getting into things here. There may have, as usual, for E3, there may have been potentially a leak. And that leak comes in the form of a new Dragon Ball Z game leaked ahead of E3 called Dragon Ball Fighter. It's 3D styling, but it looks very 2D. It does look pretty much like you're playing the cartoon. It's obviously going to be another fighting game and everything like that. Just stay tuned for that. In sad news today, Dick Tracy actress Glenn Heady, who played Tess, and Dick Tracy has suddenly passed away at the age.
That's who that was.
Yeah, she suddenly passed away at the age of 63. This is a developing story. She is apparently part of a show on Hulu, or was, I should say, sorry, and everything like that. She had to continue her acting career. There's been no news or details on her passing. It's a developing story right now, because it was actually just really out of the blue that caught people close to her even off guard, because she's focused a lot of her time on being a mom and everything like that. But this apparently came as a shock to everybody that's close to her. It was just very out of nowhere. And in a final bit of Friday news, Game of Thrones fans, I got some news for you. Game of Thrones, HBO has put out the times for each individual episode. As we know, as we're getting ready to enter the first of the last 2 seasons for Game of Thrones, and everything like that, the seasons are shorter. But although the seasons are shorter, we are not getting shorted on any Game of Thrones action whatsoever. Because one, they said the season was going to be going a lot faster. And a lot more things were going to be happening. But that also means we're going to be getting more Game of Thrones than usual. So here are your slated minute counts for each individual episode. For episodes 1 through 3, you could expect a 59, and 63-minute episode. Typically, they run about 40-45 minutes because they don't have commercial breaks and everything like that. Their longest episode ever was clocked in at 61 minutes or something like that. It was their longest episode ever. Episode 4